my God, I'm glad I don't have to do a live demo after that. That was, no, but it was honestly excellent. All right, so we heard from Nick earlier on all about the fragmentation of the youth audiences and how they're interested in even more things than ever before. And obviously from Leo on how we're developing tech to solve for this increasing ecosystem. But what does that actually mean for all of you in this room and how you plan for your clients or your brands? So I'm going to talk a little bit about how we use all of that data and knowledge to navigate digital platforms. And I'm going to pick two of the most challenging ones just to show you that it actually does work. So every single day, over 15,000 games are uploaded to Roblox and over 2.6 million videos are added to YouTube. This means that just in 2025, we're going to see 5.4 million games and almost 1 billion new videos added to our already fragmented ecosystem. And let's not forget the scale of influencers, with over 127 million of them out there across different platforms. For a youth audience, these platforms are really messy to navigate. As standard, you've maybe got some tools, very limited safety options, basic or no targeting. You've got some big recognizable names you'll see up there, but also millions of pieces of user-generated content that vary hugely in quality and relevance. How could you ever be expected to find the right places amongst all of that that are actually safe for your brand? But we don't want it to feel scary. Like Nick said right at the start of this presentation, kids are spending all of their time on these platforms, and it's where they're finding their fandoms. So if you can navigate this and piece together different parts of it, that really puts you at the heart of where kids are actually engaging. Just like we can see here with our Skibbity Toilet fandom and our fashion girls over there. You'd be completely forgiven for thinking that it all sounds like a bit much and you're not sure how to get involved. We're all very busy. We've all got super limited resource. No one can hold all of this information in their head. So we want to show you that with SuperAwesome, you can show up easily and with confidence. As a reminder, we'll always support you with awesome intelligence across our app and CTV marketplace, but we get the most questions about Roblox and YouTube. So given their scale and how quickly they change, we wanted to just have a bit of a challenge today and focus on those two. So I'm going to talk through how we navigate those in just a second. But first, a quick reminder of how we use the audiences that Leo mentioned to get you to the right content. So for each audience, we know things like passions, fandoms, and values, as well as lots of other metrics that contribute to their sense of self. Each of these is then split into core attributes that correspond to different contextual tags or styles of content. Using a breakdown of all of this and everything that we know about these audiences, we can create highly relevant content pools across all of our digital platforms. Just like Leo said, we're constantly updating these. So we're adding new things to different audiences, or we're readjusting how we think about different kinds of kids. You can see here things like art and creativity. That might show up like drawing apps or building games on Roblox, or maybe like DIY channels on YouTube. Friendship might show up as YouTube channels that are run by groups of friends together, or Roblox games that rely on teamwork to be able to complete different missions. So, starting with YouTube, here's what we know you need as marketers for a successful campaign. Relevant places with authentic communities, supporting channels who respect and understand regulation, both for brand and for kids' safety, and proven results. Also, like I mentioned, content that puts you right at the center of a fandom. So there's two ways SuperAwesome can help you into YouTube. The first is finding content to target that's available across YouTube Main, YouTube Kids, Shorts, and both from a channel targeting and a video targeting level. The second would be creating content with high-quality, brand-safe influencers. This could be short form, long form, live streams, whatever it is that's going to work best for their channel. But both start with an audience-first approach. We layer on different data sources, different targeting options, and optimizations. And even though this is all, as Leo said, really supercharged with data, don't forget that at SuperAwesome, we've always got humans involved, checking our categorization, making sure everything's safe, and agreeing with all of our different techniques. So I want to focus in on YouTube influencers for a second, a really hard place for a brand to show up credibly. So here's how we would approach that for any of your campaigns. First, we start with awesome intelligence to match your campaign to a seed audience profile. We know exactly what channels and videos each of those audiences is most likely to be watching. Next, we know how your brand, or brands very similar to yours, are running campaigns against pre-roll content, and we know what channels have performed best in those campaigns. Once we have the pre-roll performance by channel, we can use our unique ever-evolving framework to filter out what of those channels are influencers, where are they based, what are their view counts, what are their subscribers like. For those highest performing influencer channels, we know the fan bases are much more likely to resonate with your brand because they're already engaged with the content. This makes them much more likely to deliver custom influencer videos that will perform really well and exceed all of our benchmarks. Sounds incredibly simple, but only works if you have all of these touch points across different platforms. Here you can see, by using those focused recommendations, our creative views have exceeded expectations, delivering more for this brand's money. I promise that is what this shows as well, and forming a real connection with the audience. In a sea of 127 million influencers, let our cross-ecosystem supply you with lists that are certified kid-safe and are giving you influencer recommendations that are more likely to deliver results. So, onto Roblox. A UGC platform where kids are spending even more time than ever before, but somewhere that's really intimidating for people to show up and can have some real brand safety challenges as well. So if you're going to be there, we know that you need transparency, you need safety guarantees from experts, and a huge amount of control and high-quality games on the platform. Just like with YouTube, there's two different ways in. You can either create branded content in the platform, just like launching a custom game or integrating into a really popular existing experience, or you can find relevant content to target with ads. We approach Roblox in the exact same way as YouTube. Audience first, layered safety, campaign data, all the way through to using performance to enhance the evolution of your gaming experience. So the quickest and most cost-effective way into Roblox is through using social video ads. Up until now, if anyone's used it, the ad manager platform has lacked a lot of transparency, which is why we're very excited to announce an exclusive pilot program where we layer all of our safety and all of our expertise to the targeting options that are available on Roblox's platform. This means we can sort all of the Roblox games into our audience profiles, matching contextual tags and giving you a look into when games are relevant, high quality, and most likely to perform above benchmark. We can then supply you with actually transparent lists of where you're going to show up and also where you've performed the best after your campaign. One of the data sources that feeds into our game categorization is through our partnership with GameFam, one of the largest Roblox studios that exists out there. Inside their games, we run survey tools that lets us match gameplay styles against audiences, proving that our categories are accurate. So what you can see here is the dotted line shows how the distribution normally in Awesome Intelligence of our audience profiles. And you can see here that different games over or under index compared to that normal distribution. This means that we know exactly what games to place ads in for those different kinds of kids that you want to be able to reach. And what we've been able to do using our unique framework is actually layer on over 80 different kinds of contextual flags and content categories, over 12 different gameplay content flags for brand suitability, and 3 different types of weapon flags that you can turn on and off. This is over 9 times more than what's currently available in the system, and it's all available exclusively through SuperAwesome. Here you can see how we brought this to life for a licensed toy brand. We matched that toy brand, because it was for a movie, back to our pop culturist segment and our audience, which would have relevant subcategories like action and adventure, anime, superheroes, storytelling. And by focusing in on those specific targeting flags, it meant we saw an increased view-through rate by 7% across the Roblox platform. But we know that you need more ways to be able to prove activations like this are working, which is why today we're launching in-platform tools that are backed with a verified methodology. Through in-platform surveys, we can do things like understanding your audience through general market research. Do they already know your brand? What would they like to see from your brand in different gaming and influencer platforms? We can then tailor our creative recommendations based on the feedback we're getting from gamers or from viewers on YouTube. We can get real-time data on how launch and updates are impacting brand sentiment, which enables us to pivot budget into areas with impact and be really dynamic. And we can use questions that get you much closer to return on ad spend for current campaigns, as well as implementing learnings to continue to evolve and maximize all of your budgets. So, after a very quick run through of how Awesome Intelligence can help you guys, I hope you feel much more prepared to navigate the fragmented ecosystem with SuperAwesome, and how you can talk to your SuperAwesome reps about activating any of these formats in your campaigns and what that might mean for your brand. But for now, very excited to welcome to the stage Kate and Ambra, who are going to talk through a real-life example of Awesome Intelligence.